friends, welcome back to the video series of mathematics. My name is Talha and we are studying a video series of mathematics in which we are going to learn how to do different concepts of mathematics and why should we learn those concepts and how we can learn those concepts or how we can apply those concepts in our daily life. Let's move on without any delay. In the last lecture, we were studying the topic of multiplication and we learned how to do multiplication, how does multiplication looks like, how to express a multiplication, and why should we learn multiplication, how can we apply a multiplication concept in our daily life. In today's lecture, we are going to study the the bonus tip that we studied in the last lecture. If you haven't reviewed that, go back, and because that is an amazing bonus tip that you should know. In today's lecture we are going to learn how does that bonus tip applies and what is the concept behind that. After that, all the concepts that we learned in the last video, we are going to apply that on a question, and in the end we again have a bonus tip which are going to be really amazing. So in the bonus tip we studied that any number multiplied by 0 will give us the answer 0. Like 3 multiplied by 0 is 0, 100 multiplied by 0 is 0. But how does that concept apply? Let's study that. Take an example. If you need a bar of chocolate and each chocolate bar costs $3 and you want to buy 0 chocolates, like you want to buy nothing, how much money do you need? 0. So this is a one example of that. After that, let's take another example. Like if you want to buy a CD which costs $30 and you want to buy 0 CDs, how much money do you need? 0. If you have a biscuit at your home which costs $20, the biscuit is at your home, you don't need to buy it, you don't need to buy any, you don't need to spend any penny on it. That means $0. So how many money would you need? 0. So this was the concept behind the bonus tip. Let's start with the question that we will do today. In this question, after reading it and explaining it, you can pause the video and to apply all the concepts that I am going to tell you and I have explained in the last video, and then you can resume so you can match the answers. So the question is that if Elizabeth collects 3 stars every day, how many stars would she have after 5 days? In this question, first of all, as we studied in the last lecture, you are going to show how would we express this question. After that, you are going to write it in the expression form, in the question form, and then you are going to tell different methods which we learned in the last lecture, how will we apply and how can we find the answer of this question with those concepts. Now you can pause the video and write all your answers that we learned in the last lecture. So, as the question is that Elizabeth collects 3 stars for 5 days, how much stars would she have after 5 days? So, as we learned in the last lecture that this is the sign of multiplication, and the expression of multiplication or the expression of multiplication questions look like 5 multiplied by 3, or you can also write it as 3 multiplied by 5. It will give you the same answer, because, and we are writing this because 3 are the number of stars that she collects every day and she collects it for 5 days. And the other method that we learned is by adding it those number of times, as she collect 3 stars for 5 days, so you can write it as 3 5 times by adding it, or you can write 5 3 times, like 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is equals to 15. Let's see, 5 plus 5 is 10 and 10 plus 5 is 15. So like here also you can see there are 3 stars that she collects every day, and there are 5 rows. That means she collects it for 5 days. So here also you can count the stars. As we can see here, she is collecting 3 stars each day, and she have collected it for 5 days. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and plus 3, which is equals to 15. Let's also cross check it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So the answer is right. I hope you got it and your answer is right. If it didn't, you can match it and you can check where you made the mistakes. Let's move on. The bonus tip for today is that any number multiplied by 1 is equals to that number itself. For example, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, 100 multiplied by 1 is 100, 1000 multiplied by 1 is 1000. So 99 multiplied by 1 is 99. So this was the bonus tip for today, and we are going to discuss it in the next lecture, like how this concept applies. Till that, take care, bye bye.